Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I am in a bit of a pickle. I have to make a decision, and despite the fact I've spent in between episodes thinking about this, it's still a really hard decision. So here's my process of my thought process. If I was to pick between styles, I'd have to pick Yuri. Her style, like, I don't dislike Natsuki's style. It's simple, it's effective, and I do like it. It still gets the point across, and it's very her. But Yuri is just a more similar writing style to me, and I enjoy it that little bit more because it's got that depth, that complexity that I really enjoy. I spent so long genuinely considering just taking the runaway option and going help me Sayori, but after thinking about it for so long, I honestly think I would only pick that because I've spent so long thinking about it. So because I believe in that moment I would side with Yuri, partially because of the writing style, but also partially because Natsuki got really goddamn mean. But, you know, even putting that aside, I get she's a little younger than everyone and probably a little bit more self-conscious, maybe. I suppose they're all kind of a little bit self-conscious, but she just seems to have a little bit more of a temper, I guess. So I'm going to have to pick Yuri, but I'm going to hate myself in about 5 seconds because Natsuki's also going to hate me for siding with Yuri. And I really don't want that to happen. But I'm going to have to stick with my guns and stick with what I feel like I'd have done in that moment. So we're going to go with Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. It's not an excuse for you to be so mean. It's exactly what I said. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Ugh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? See, this is where we're going to have a switch. This is where she's going to absolutely hate us. Even though I kind of believe what we just said was quite diplomatic. And, you know, we definitely went through both sides in a really attempting to be positive way. That's exactly what I did, but it's not, though. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side, and I feel so bad for her that nobody has. It's not that we haven't taken her side, we're just trying to make her understand. I don't know. This is gonna hurt. She's trapped, and at this point being defined only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Yeah, I really do feel bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Oh, don't be like that. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands, throws it in the trash. Don't do that. Ugh. There's never a good reason to discard something that you've put time, effort, and emotion into. I hate seeing people do that because it's It's such a waste of anything someone's put their heart into. It is worth merit. I hate seeing people throw it away. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? Obviously not, but I suppose it's worth asking anyway. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? I mean, the same goes both ways. Like, clearly Natsuki got really frustrated. Not because of, you know, because of how she perceived that she was being treated. You know, so it goes both ways in that regard. You handle it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Perpheral. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Tea is always a good idea. When people are upset. Tea makes everything better. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. Oh, she's back. It was alright. Well, mostly. Perpheral, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. The same as who? It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone else. Or with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Oh, am I going to have to write another poem? Oh, God. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Okay, gotta address this. I'm not trying to impress people. My character may be, but I am not. That is not my intention here. I hate it. I hate going out with the intention of showing off or impressing. That's just not me. But I said something just before this. Oh yeah, I feel like I've learned more than just what poems are like. I feel like I've learned a little bit about particularly Yuri and Natsuki and about their perceptions of themselves. Like, clearly Natsuki hates being perceived as cutesy and small and childish. Like, she wants to be taken seriously. Whereas, you know, Yuri, she kind of has a bit of a superiority complex, but is also incredibly shy, that it kind of doesn't show all that much. So, we've learned stuff about them. I'm still a little bit lost about where Monika stands and things, but I don't know. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Perpheral, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. It's positive, I guess. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. Oh, okay. I kind of got the impression they clash a little bit, just in general. Or maybe we're just the catalyst for the clash. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Perpheral, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. Oh, she's so wholesome. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Okay. Okay. This needs to stop here. We are going down perverted route here. Okay? Don't want that. Not intending... Like, the whole... I get that this is, you know, going down the road of, you know, oh, you know, you get to pick a girl and you get to kind of have a relationship and it's all nice, and but like we don't need to sound so predatory about it. It's like, yeah, does it really need to stop there? Like, don't go looking for it. Like, that doesn't make you a good person. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do what? Where did that come from? Oh shit, we are actually writing another poem. Oh god, okay. I'm gonna have to think this time. They seem to be similar words though. Okay, let's try going down a different route this time. Last time we went down the route of like really metaphorical and really like kind of nature depicting. So I mean, I kind of feel like my writing style is kind of just metaphorical in general. Let's start with beauty. Let's start positive. Let's start positive. Okay. Massacre. Jesus. Okay, beauty. We could go wonderful or happiness to stay on that kind of positivity vibe. We could go extraordinary, you know, beauty and extraordinary beauty, that kind of thing. Or we could completely deviate, and I feel like this is the natural route that I would go, so I'm probably gonna go with it. The concept of beauty and vanity, and how beauty, the pursuit of beauty, can leave people empty inside. So I think I might go with empty. Like how people become a shell and get so obsessed and absorbed with outward looks and other people's perception that they become a shell of their actual self, like and end up with no real personality, but just a kind of a warped version of what they think people want to see. Wow, I did not expect Sayori to be up and down on that one, but okay. Right, okay. Essence, I think I'll go with. I'm gonna go down the road of, like, how even though people can go down that road and feel empty inside, the road back is to just cling on to the essence of who you are, what makes you you. Oh, this is a hard one. I'm gonna go unrequited, because I feel like the rest of them don't really jump out at me as things that I would naturally kind of progress into, whereas unrequited, as kind of dark and somber as that might sound, I kind of feel like it might be an interesting road to go down about how vanity usually kind of ends up without, you know, you don't like yourself, you get very self-conscious, or constantly trying to improve your self-image, and you end up in an unrequited state of love for yourself, where your body wants you to love it, your personality, you want to be loved, but you don't love yourself. So that's where I'm coming from with unrequited. Again, similar words to the last time. Unrestrained, maybe? You know, how sometimes you need to break free of those boundaries and fears and anxieties that you have to be the full version of you, to not worry about the social perceptions that you have put in place for yourself. So unrestrained, that's the path back. Loud, maybe? Vitality? Vitality seems more my gig. So maybe like how breaking the self-inflicted chains, you can start to rebuild the vitality of yourself and your of the soul, if you want to get spiritual about it. Love, maybe. Precious, maybe. You know, how it's precious to hold on to a sense of self-worth, a sense of that you are meaningful to not just yourself but to other people, and that there will always be, no matter what you do or how you try to make yourself, you will always be precious in someone's eyes. I haven't even been paying attention to their reactions to these, so I'm just forgive, I think. You know, you need to learn to forgive yourself for what you perceive as your failings. You need to let go of those misgivings you have and those dislikes about you, and begin to rebuild your perception of not just the world, or not just yourself, but the world. Insight seems like the obvious jump. You know, how, you know, we're talking a lot about how, you know, building an insight to who you really are. Portrait, I think, jumps out immediately. You know, you are painting a self-portrait of yourself within your own mind. You're trying to rebuild how you see yourself, and just, you know, how you describe yourself, how you portray yourself. So portrait. Oh, this is a hard one. I think I'll go with a tone. Just because, you know, it's very easy when you're kind of trying to come back from that feeling of worthlessness, that feeling of emptiness. It's very easy to kind of feel like that you deserve it, that, you know, you're atoning for your mistakes, your errors, the bad things that you perceive that you've done, the people you feel like you've let down, you know, all that kind of thing. Even though you've not, it can sometimes feel like that. So I think I'll go with a tone. Cage, maybe. I kind of feel variance, but I don't feel like that. Like, variance is very numerical in my head. Like, if something, like, I understand the concept of something being varied, and if the word was varied, I would probably go for it. But because it's variance, it kind of implies a numerical or mathematical context. Whereas, you know, we're talking about we've been talking about freeing ourselves from the feelings of internal worthlessness, struggling with self-image and that kind of thing. So I think cage is the natural progression to go through here. Boop. Embrace. Yeah, you need to embrace you. You need to let go of you just need to let go and embrace what is truly you without any boundaries, without any restrictions on how you feel, how you act. Sometimes you just need to just let it all out and embrace what happens. I'm gonna go flying, because sometimes that act, be it conscious or subconscious, of just allowing yourself to, just that release of pent up frustration, that feeling like you're not putting on the facade anymore. Like that can feel so what's the word? I can't think of the word, but it can make you feel ecstatic. It can make you feel so free, almost like you're on cloud 9, flying through the air. We're gonna go that. I suppose flying and joy, maybe. We could bring it back around to judgment of ourselves and how we perceive and judge our actions and ourselves as a whole. So maybe judgment. Or actually, this actually feels a lot more like me. Existence. Because we don't exist for others. Our existence is not dependent on others' perception of us. We exist to our existence isn't, well, this is a very opinionated thing for me to say. It's just my personal feelings on it. We exist for what we want to exist for. I want what I want. I desire what I desire, and that defines to me what the point of my existence is. We don't exist for other people's approval. We don't exist for other people's acceptance. That kind of a route. I know that kind of got a really tangential idea going on, but that just feels more like me. Spinning, maybe? Or time? Spinning, because I'm kind of thinking of the concept of just spinning everything that you've thought, everything that you felt on its head, and, coming out on top, as opposed to constantly feeling on the bottom all the time. But also time, because these things don't happen overnight. I know I've talked about just, letting go, freeing the inner you, but, it's not an instant thing. These things do take time. You need to learn to love yourself. You need to learn to be more positive about yourself. So maybe time is the right way to go. That's a hard one. Question? I feel like question. You need to really sit down and question yourself. Question what's important to you. Question what you want out of not just yourself, but out of life, and what you want out of the people around you. Surround yourself with people who want you to succeed, who want you to do well. And if they don't want that, then question why you feel close to them. Question why you think their opinion is worthwhile if they don't have your best interests and if they don't have your support in mind. So, question. Do you know what? Rose. I know it kind of sounds a bit cutesy, but hear me out on this. And I actually have a little bit of personal injection here. I actually have a thorn branch tattoo, because to represent like the cuts, the bruises, the things that I've experienced that have kind of kicked me down and left their mark. And my intention is one day to finish that with a rose when I feel like I am ready, when I've succeeded in fulfilling what I want in life and what I want for myself. So that kind of metaphor I would really love to go with here. The idea of it'll hurt. You will take cuts. You will have lasting scars from these experiences of being knocked down, of feeling worthless. But you will eventually blossom into a rose, into a beautiful person and a beautiful being by looking out for yourself. So, Rose. Oh god, this is a really hard one. I think I'm going to go adventure, just because it's, you know, it's the last couple of choices here, and I kind of want to finish on a positivity vibe of life becomes an adventure when you are enjoying it. It becomes a hellscape when you're feeling so down and so trapped and so worthless and so negative. But when you finally get to that point of embracing yourself and what you know, when you kind of throw off the weight of other people's perceptions and other people's opinions and how you are constantly anxious and nervous because of that, life becomes a really positive experience, an adventure for you to pursue and for you to succeed in. I want to go the positivity road. Okay, I'm torn here. I kind of want to go uncontrollable. And it's twofold. Because sometimes our emotions are 100% uncontrollable. You know, in a moment, things happen, and you react, and be it the right way to react, be it the wrong way to react, be it somewhere in the middle, emotions are raw, and they are powerful, and sometimes we just can't control them. But on the flip side of that, trying to stay on the positivity side of this, there is nothing more freeing than knowing that nobody controls you. Nobody controls you. You are in command of what you want. You are in command of what you do, how you do it. And ultimately, you are in command of your future and your successes. You know, that kind of a uncontrollable direction. So I'm going to go uncontrollable in a positive way. There we go. Right, poem done. I go really hard on these poems. Like even in the first poem, like I put so much thought and effort into it. I don't even know if they matter in the long term, or if it's just, you know, helping to choose who you spend the day with, or even what it is. Like I think I've said before, I'm an overanalyzer, and I love writing. I love creating. And my outlook on things, you know, everybody may not agree with them. Everybody may, you know, some people may go, that's absolute crap. Nobody could possibly feel that way. But other people might actually go, he's got a damn point. You know, if I can be that inspiration, or if I can be that person, it doesn't even need to be a positive influence to, you know, change someone's entire opinion, but if I can get someone to just to think a little more about something, even to consider the other side of things and open their mind or broaden their horizons a little bit, then I'm happy. So forgive my overindulgence into this, but I really enjoyed it. So here we go. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Perpheral! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. I mean, I want to go. Can I change my mind? Can we go? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Oh, is this where we're gonna find out she has no money and she just like we're gonna have to end up paying for whatever it is she gets? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the clubroom. Damn right. That's some deduction shit right there, and I'm impressed with myself. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option. Well, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, then that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ooh, that's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. Plenty of people that feel guilty for small things that they don't necessarily need to feel guilty about. Yuri suddenly giggles. Why are you laughing at her pain, Yuri? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Oh, she's just eavesdropping. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. That's a lie and you know it. Yuri! Tell Perpheral to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can afford or what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I mean, I agree, but... Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. I mean, that was a pretty dark side of her, like, just go in for the jugular like that. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Revolution? It's an odd word. Retribution. Yes. Thank you, Yuri. That! Still, coming for you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsumi into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Oh! What? Did we just slap her? Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid attention. Or it's because I paid my restitution. Retribution, Sayori. Actually, that one almost worked. Oh, it was Natsuki. Okay, that makes more sense. I legitimately took... Like, I was really taken aback by the thought that we had just slapped her. I was just going to give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good! Mmm. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? No! Jesus Christ. Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Oh my god, Sayori, for fuck's sake. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. God, this girl is nuts. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. I mean, that's a bit hypocritical coming from you, Natsuki, to be fair. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Hey. Let's not be self-deprecating, okay? Everyone is beautiful in their own right. That's true. No, Sayori, don't encourage. Yeah, thank you, Natsuki. Shut him down. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys aren't worried or anything. Huh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. He's so strong-willed. I mean, I don't think there's a boyfriend involved. I think you're jumping to conclusions here. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. What? How did we go from study hall to practicing piano? Also, super cool. Piano. I'm also a pianist and I love it. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. Okay, something's up here. Something stinks. She's lying. I'm getting the huge impression that she's lying. She was doing something entirely different. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! We should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. Yeah, that does sound cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Nah, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. What is Natsuki doing in the closet? Hey, Yuri. Huh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. Aww. Ah, well, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Yes, please make some tea. Oh my god, you are just amazing. Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Yes, hence why I'm currently sitting here with a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. But Natsuki's already in the closet, so I hope they're not going to have another row. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. Oh, this is going to get really descriptive now, isn't it? To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, this isn't as creepy as I thought it was going to be. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realised how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Yeah, I realise that. That's... Monika, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Perpheral in club activities? Bit harsh, Yuri. Okay, first half of that, little bit harsh. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that? Then let's go. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I think she realized she blurted that out without thinking. Yeah, I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. No, I mean, I don't agree that she did the right thing. I thought it was harsh and she should apologize to her for speaking that way. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. I mean, I guess, but still. Perpheral, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. I mean, that is also kind of true. I mean, I think she blows things up within her own head to be much, much worse than they actually are. Like, yes, she said something a little bit snarky. Don't we all? I mean, apologize. Generally, people just move on. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? You see, you're doing it right now. You're literally doing it right now. That's not that terrible. It's a small personality trait. Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Oh, is she embarrassed now because we said friend and she's interested in us? Yuri lifts her head. Perpheral, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. I mean, it feels like an awkward thing to say because I think there's more of an implication about, you know, particularly with the kind of pauses. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Perpheral, do you like oolong tea? I've actually never had oolong tea in my life. I have no idea what it is or what it tastes like. Yeah. I guess so. Anything is fine. I mean, I disagree with that. I'm quite picky about my tea. Mainly because I don't really like perfumey teas. I like strong tea. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. I mean, water boils at 100. Maybe it's Fahrenheit. Does that make sense? I don't know how Fahrenheit translates. Anyway, now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. Wow, that's detailed. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Aw, that's cute. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Perpheral. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Perpheral, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? That's a bit of an odd request, but okay. Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Okay, do you know what? I get that. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I think I know where she's going with this. I wonder why that is. I think I know why that might be. Yeah, okay. This is exactly where I thought this was going. It's likely because your posture, right? I don't think you quite hit the spot on that one. Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes! I have terrible reading posture. God, she's dodged that bullet. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. And we're going to go and read with Yuri in the next part. Because I think this feels like a good time to transition, to call it a day. I think the video has been long enough, and we've done quite a bit of reading and writing and whatnot to this point. So we're going to get into what happens next in the next part. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you real soon. Take care.